Well, hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to the new video where I'm exploring these amazing streets behind me. And you'll discover in this video where Garowe is cleanest city in Somalia.
While everyone I know's out on a trip, on a boat, on a lake. I'm tired of feeling all FOMO, babe.
Every morning, before most people in Garowe wake up, something is already happening on the streets. The city is slowly coming to life. Shops are getting ready to open, cars are beginning to move, and people are starting their daily routines.
Crank the AC to 79.
But while all of this is happening, there are people who have already been working for hours. They are cleaning the streets. And honestly, this is something I started noticing every time I walked around Garowe. The streets are clean, the roads are relatively well maintained, the main areas are organized, and in many parts of the city, you don't see the amount of trash that you might expect from a rapidly growing city. And that made me ask a simple question. Why? Why does Garowe look this clean? Is it because of the people who clean the streets every morning? Is it because of the people who live here? Is it because of the way the city is developing? Or is there something else that most visitors simply don't notice? So today, I wanted to look beyond the clean streets and find the story behind them.
You don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever
Garowe
we make it.
is the capital of Puntland. It is a city that has been growing and changing over the years. New roads, new buildings, new neighborhoods, businesses, and public spaces are becoming part of the city's landscape. And when a city grows, keeping it clean becomes a bigger challenge. More people means more businesses mean more activity means more waste. So keeping a growing city clean isn't something that happens by itself. It requires effort, it requires people, and most importantly, it requires consistency. But there's something interesting about that consistency. Most people don't notice it. We usually notice a clean street, we notice a beautiful road, we notice a nice building, but we don't always stop and ask, who made this place look like this? To find the answer, I wanted to see Garowe early in the morning. Because if you want to understand how a city stays clean, says sometimes you have to see what happens before everyone else wakes up. And that's when I met some of the people responsible for keeping these streets clean. They don't have the most visible jobs in the city, they don't work inside beautiful offices, and most people probably walk past them every day without thinking about what they do. But every morning, they are out here, sweeping, collecting waste, cleaning the roads, and preparing the streets for another day. When you see a clean road, it's easy to think that it simply looks that way, but there is always a story behind it. There are people behind it, there is work behind it, and sometimes the people doing that work are the ones we notice the least. Listening to the people who clean these streets made me think about something. We often talk about cities as if they are living things. We say a city is beautiful. We say a city is clean. We say a city is modern. But a city doesn't clean itself. People do.
Here is some of the city landmarks like this wall and the streets absolutely so clear. Wow, what is a city beautiful here.
Every clean street represents someone's effort. And when that effort is repeated every single day, it becomes something that people begin to take for granted. That's one of the most interesting things about cleanliness. You notice it most when it's missing, but when everything is clean, you often don't think about the work that made it possible. But after talking to the people working on the streets, I realized that the story doesn't end there, because workers can clean a street in the morning. But what happens after they leave? Who keeps that street clean throughout the rest of the day? That's where the people of Garowe come in. A city's cleanliness isn't only determined by the people who clean it. It's also influenced by the people who live there, work there, shop there, and walk through it every day. If people throw waste everywhere, even the hardest working cleaning team can't keep a city clean forever. But when people take some responsibility for their surroundings, the work becomes much easier. And that's why I wanted to hear what ordinary people in Garowe think about the cleanliness of their own city. And what I found interesting was that there wasn't just one answer. Some people pointed to the workers. Others talked about the residents. Some mentioned the way the city is developing. And others had completely different opinions. But maybe that's exactly the point. A clean city is rarely the result of just one thing. It's usually a combination of many small things happening at the same time. The workers, the residents, the businesses, the roads, the public spaces, and the way people treat the place they call home.
And absolutely guys, Garowe show us new side in Somalia. So everywhere you look and every street is clean and spotless and they maintain the streets. And now it's morning time. where the sun is rising. The sunrise. The weather is well beautiful. Everything is calm, man. Let's jump in this incredible journey. Wow, absolutely beautiful. This building pay me the impressive color. It's charming.
We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Till the sun's up Monday. We'll tell our phones, do not disturb. I got my straw hat, babe. And you can finally pull the tags on your Tommy Bahama shirt. Blue crush up on the 85-inch sound machine. When we wanna hear the ocean, I think everything we need is right here.
And then I started looking at Garowe from a different perspective, not just as a visitor walking through the city, but as someone trying to understand how the city works. I started noticing the roads, the sidewalks, the open spaces, the palm trees, the buildings, the neighborhoods.
Blue crush up on the 85-inch sound machine. When we wanna hear the ocean, I think everything we need is right here. And there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half.
Garowe is on a journey to become one of the most modern cities in Somalia. Also, the city is still forming in many ways. When you look at its rapid transformation over the past few years, it has become increasingly clear that Garowe is taking a leading position in Puntland when it comes to urban development and modernization. But why exactly has changed? One of the biggest things that has transformed the way people see Garowe is the rapid development the city has experienced in recent years. Take a look at the roads, the streets, and new developments, and especially the effort being made to keep the city clean.
These may seem like simple changes, but together they have completely transformed the look and feel of Garowe. And this transformation is not only about buildings, roads, or infrastructure, it is also about people. One of the most important changes taking place in Garowe is the change in mindset among its residents. People are becoming more conscious about keeping their city clean, taking care of public spaces, and contributing to the development of their capital. And honestly, that is one of the most important signs of a city moving forward. A modern city is not simply defined by tall buildings and beautiful roads. It is also defined by the people who live there, how they treat their environment, how they participate in their community, and how they contribute to building a better future. Over the past few months, I have made several videos exploring Garowe, and many of them have received a lot of attention from people who are curious to see what the city really looks like. And you can always come back to this channel to explore more of Garowe, from its streets and neighborhoods to its people, culture, and hidden places.
Last couple of weeks, I explored the streets in Garowe. I realized the amazing streets. Like there are workers every single morning. They come to here before the city wakes up. And
what makes Garowe interesting is that its transformation is still happening. The city is not finished. New roads are being built, new neighborhoods are developing, and more changes are happening every year. So, if you visit Garowe today and come back a few years from now, you may be surprised by how much the city has changed. And that's what makes this place exciting to explore. Garowe is not just building a modern-looking city, it is building a new image of itself. And if you're planning to travel around Somalia, Garowe could be a great addition to your journey. It can give you a different perspective of Somalia, one that goes beyond the headlines and allows you to experience the country's cities, people, development, and everyday life for yourself. So, what do you think about the transformation of Garowe? Do you think it is becoming one of the most modern cities in Somalia? Let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more of Garowe and other parts of Somalia, make sure to subscribe and follow the journey.
Ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it.